Hello, Kiefer. Hello, Rory. Nanny found a Sesame Street book. Here we go. I think that it is wonderful. I think that it is wonderful to wake up with the sun when it has just begun to shine. Hello, bright morning sun. I think it is wonderful to hear the waking street as all those busy feet go by. Hello, Sesame Street. Me think that it is wonderful to wake up wanting food, to be in hungry mood is swell. Don't worry, my tummy stop growling after me have breakfast. Hello, food, food, food. I think that it is wonderful to stretch from head to heels. When I get up, it feels just right. Hello, knees, toes, and heels. I think it's wonderful to scrub each part of me to make sure... Holy moly, excuse me, guys. I think that it is wonderful to scrub each part of me to make sure I will be all clean. Hello, clean, spiffy me. The strangest word. A friend of mine once used a word, the sound of which is so absurd, I was amazed at what I'd heard and stood there quite astounded. I finally gasped, "Is that word real?" My friend said yes, and what you feel is just the thing to help reveal the strange absurd word's meaning. My mouth went wide, so did my eyes. In fact, they grew to twice their size. As I stood there in shocked surprise, I don't know how I lasted. For what I felt was what I'd learned it's meant by flabbergasted. That's a big word, eh, guys? When my imagination takes me by the mind, it leads me off so far, so fast, my body's left behind. Yes, that's when I'm at most myself, lost in wish and dream. And coming back, I smile and think I'm more than I might seem. A silly mystery. Here's a pretty mystery without a clue that I can see. If you are you, and I am I, and together we are we, of course it then makes sense to say that they are he and she. But if you and I and he and she are all in one big bunch, then where are they and who are we, and is it time for lunch? What is a song? What is that magical ribbon of sound that swirls and twines round you and me, weaving words and music in proper 1, 2, 3? What makes a song? What is it makes us sing along, our voices joining up and down with sounds that roll and sway and beat, our feet and fingers tapping in proper 1, 2, 3. What is a song? Oh, I was so embarrassed. Have you ever been embarrassed? Have you ever felt so foolish you just wished to run away? Why, yes, you cry. Then hear how I embarrassed me today. I took the bus all by myself in my little coat and cap. I felt so proud until I sat on someone else's lap. Oh no, I said, what have I done? Would you excuse me, please? I should have looked before I sat and landed on your knees. The woman on whose lap I perched was oh so very kind. She told me that she understood. She really did not mind. I said, oh, thank you very much. You have not frowned a bit. You understand I did not mean to make you undersit. With that, I stood up hurriedly and found another place. Embarrassment was most certainly painted on my face. Since you have felt embarrassed too, I do not have to say how glad I am that I found out the feeling goes away. There is a road I call my own. It beckons me when I'm alone. This special road that seems to be a road I planned so perfectly. It winds and bends at my command and takes me where I wish to be, atop a hill beneath a tall old tree. There is a place that's mine alone, where I'll go sit when I am grown. A long road ends atop a hill beneath a tree, and there I fill my mind with thoughts of what might be, and watch the leaves sway over me like waves on some green gentle sea. I've been wondering about all kinds of things, big things like buildings and boulevards, little things like lima beans and locks, and the label on my favorite overalls. I've been wondering about in between things too, mailboxes and my bathtub and benches in the park. What I wonder is, are they still there when I'm in bed and all I see's the dark? What do you think, guys? When you're new on the street and the people you meet you've never met before, when the neighborhood's strange and you're confused by the change that waits outside your door, when you need is just time and to tell yourself, I'm still learning my way around. Everybody you greet was once new on the street. We've all felt lost before. A new home can feel strange, but that feeling will change and you'll find more and more. That's what you need is just time, and tell yourself, I'm still learning my way around. The Mirror Poem. No mirror's big enough for Snuff to see all Snuff at once. He could try doing it in bits, but that would take him months. So I walk all around him and tell him what I see, and then because he is my friend, he does the same for me. So many things, so many things to do, too many for one day, too many for my little feet to take me all that way, too many for my little hands, my little eyes and ears. But tomorrow I will start again. I am afraid this may take years. I think that it is wonderful that I can see a star when it's so very far away. Good night, faraway star. I think that it is wonderful that I can hear birds sing when outside everything is still. Good night, bird on the wing. Me think that it is wonderful to eat my food all up, especially at supper time, or lunchtime, or breakfast time, it not matter. Night, night, delicious food. I think that it is wonderful that I can smell a rose. I'm so glad that my nose knows how. Good night, sweet smelling rose. I think that it is wonderful to hug my teddy bear. It doesn't matter where we are. Sleep tight, Teddy, my bear. Good night, faraway star. Good night, bird on the wing. Good night, delicious food. Good night, sweet smelling rose. Good night, Teddy, my bear. Good night, good night, good night. Good night, Rory. Good night, Kiefer. Nanny loves you lots.